Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to another Mr. Robbins Math Workshop. It's Monday morning, bright and early. You see, I had to shut the shade behind me, keep the sun from coming in. It's a beautiful day. Today, we're going to talk about double-digit multiplication using the area model. This is one of the skills that we do a lot in fourth grade. It would have been on the FSA. This would have been all over the FSA. We'd have seen some single digit, obviously, but the double digit. It works the same way, so we're going to do a few problems here in just a second. This will be something that you'll need in fifth grade as well. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to erase my little thing here. Double digit. So I'm just going to pick a random number. Let's start off with 23 times, I don't know, 18. So the difference here, we're still going to decompose or break apart these numbers, but now we're going to set up our area model with 4 boxes. And we did this right before Christmas time. We started introducing the area model to students. Like I said, we also do the standard algorithm. That's what you and I did. That's what I did back in the 70s and 80s. Most of you probably did it in the 80s and 90s, but so your kids may know how to do both. The reason we teach the area model is because they're going to see this over the next couple of years on tests and stuff, and so we want to make sure that they're equipped and know how to do that. All right, so here we go. We're going to draw our area model. Now we're going to split it into 4 boxes. And now we're going to break apart or decompose these numbers. So 23, and it doesn't matter because, with multiplication and addition, we can put whatever number we want on top or on the side. So I'm going to put the big number on top. So I'm going to decompose. 23 has 23, 18, 10, and 8. So 2 10s, 3 1s, 1 10, 8 1s. So that's how we break apart in what we call expanded form. All right, so now I'm going to do that easy math that we talked about last week. I'm going to say 1 times 2 is 2, and because of the place value holders, add my 2 zeros. 1 times 3 is 3, add my placeholder. 8 times 2 is 16, add the placeholder. 8 times 3 is 24. So even after I break these apart, doing it that way where we multiply the digits and then add the zeros for placeholders is another way that helps kids with that mental math, being able to do those big numbers in their head and not get intimidated. Because a lot of times when you tell people, what's 10 times 18, they're like, ugh. But if you just start learning how to use those strategies of the placeholders. Now, like I said, it's not a trick or something like that there's math behind it, and we went over that. I taught lessons about why we use these placeholders and why we can just say 1 times 2 and then add the 2 zeros. So your kid should know why I say it that way. Now these are called partial products. What do we do with partial products? We add them. So I'm going to add across here 230. Then I'm going to add here. It looks like a G. I don't know what I'm doing there. Still looks like a G. It looks like a worse G now, actually. But 160 plus 24 would be 184. We add the partial products. 414 is our product. So 23 times 18, 414. Let's do another one. I like doing, I told Miss Robbins this morning, I tell her all kind of jokes and she doesn't think they're funny, but I like the name Double Digit. I told her if I was ever going to be a rap artist, that would be the name, Double Digit. I think that'd be cool. Until Triple Digit came along, and then I'd be out of a job, but I don't know. I'm going to try it on, see if some of the people in the neighborhood will start calling me Double Digit. We'll see. Let's do another one. Here we go. We have 35 times let's do 22. Now remember, this is an expression because we don't have an equation, an equal sign, no big deal. We know what to do with this. So again, we're gonna draw our area model, split it into 4 boxes. We have 4 digits, we'll split it in 4 boxes. So I'm gonna take the larger of the two. I know that if that in expanded form would be 30 and 5, and this would be 20 and 2. So I'm just going to double check real quick, make sure I have the right numbers. These are called products. Remember, any numbers being multiplied together are called the products. So here we go. 2 times 3 is 6. Add my placeholders. 2 times 5 is 10. Add the placeholder. 2 times 3 is 6. Placeholder. 2 times 5 is 10. Add them across. 600 plus 100 is 700. 70. 770. Now you can add them anyway. I know some people like to add vertically, some do horizontally, some add all 4. They'll add up 600 plus 100 plus 60 plus 10. But again, the more math that you can do mentally, in 4th grade, we're going to make those mental connections. We're going to say 600 plus 100 is 770. Some friends may want to just do all of that math in their head, which is okay, but we want to make sure that we don't make any kind of mistakes. But adding across like this, to me, kind of keeps it organized and neat. I'm going to do some at the end. I know, like I said, that sometimes, on Facebook and online, you get pushback saying that this way, I was talking about it last week, that Ms. Robbins saw a video where a person put it online and did one of these exact problems, and they did it, and they said it took 8 minutes, I think it was, to do it, something ridiculous. I'll show you that it doesn't. And I always tell kids, especially on big tests, if you do the standard algorithm, just double check it with the area model. If you do the area model and you want to double check it with standard algorithm, you can do it both ways in under a couple minutes. It's not unreasonable to double check your work that way. I keep leaning off to put my coffee down, so. All right, so let me do one, and I'll just talk through it and not break it down, but let me just show you that on a test or whatever, that you can do it and feel confident that it's not going to take you, a long time. So say we had a problem that was 45 times 32. So I'll just do it from beginning to end. So the first thing I would do on my scratch paper, I would draw my area model. $1,440. Like I said, this is a real good way. A lot of times what they would do on the state exam, and you will see this in 5th grade, and you say, well, why do they even have to know it? Is because on the state exam, they might do something like this, and they might take away this part of the product, and then put a question mark here. And if you understand the area model, then you know that 30 times what is going to give you 1,200. 2 times what is going to give you 80, which again looks like a G. I keep sneaking these G's in here on my 6s and 0s, not sure what's going on there. So that's why we have to be very familiar with the area model. They might give you the 40 and take away this product. They may give you the whole thing and just take away one box and say, what should have been in that box? So just understanding how that works with the area model, it's not super hard. Now, we didn't go a lot into it, but if we were to do some, maybe on like some diagnostics or something, it'll go a little bit harder and push us a little bit further. Let's do one here that maybe said 25, and we're going to do triple digit here. I told you, I warned you about triple digit coming along and putting me out of business. So we're doing double digit by triple digit. Okay, let's just look at how we're going to do that. So 25 times 138. So now we're going to draw our area model. So I'm going to have the 20 and the 5, and now we're just going to split it into 3 boxes. Boom, boom. So this would be 100, 30, and 8. 2 times 1 is 2, add 3 zeros. 2 times 3 is 6, add my 2 placeholders. 2 times 8 is 16, add my placeholder. 5 times 100, that's easy, 500. 5 times 3 is 15, add the placeholder. 5 times 8 is 40. Now, same thing here. We have more numbers that we add up, so, but it's the same thing if we were doing standard algorithm where you keep having to drop down, drop down, drop down. There's a lot of adding when you get into these bigger multiplication problems. But let's just, I'm going to add across again, keep it kind of organized, and watch how I do this. I'm going to say 2,000 plus 600 is 2,600. 2,600 plus 160 more would be 2,760. You don't have, I mean, you can add them, maybe you want to add up all 3 of these, then add up all 3 of those, or maybe you want to do some of the mental math. That's okay. When you're doing the area model, you can always go back and double check your work because you see what each one of these partial products are. So now I'm going to do the same thing. 500 plus 150 would be 650 plus 40 more, 690. And one of the things that I did like about the curriculum in Eureka, some of the strategies, it really started trying to stress to kids to start doing as much math, mental math. We would do, you can ask your kids about some of the slides that we did every day, and they can ask you what this means when we were doing our skip counting. And so they did build that aspect in there of a lot of a drill. So it wasn't just new math and new stuff, but it was also drilling, helping kids with their facts, helping them learn those mental mastery. Because a lot of times as they move forward in math, you don't want to have to stop every time to make even a small math adding calculation that you should be able to do in your head. So that's one of the things that I liked about that curriculum. Is they did drill the kids and they did make them have to use a lot of mental math. So, all right, we're going to add, I'm not sure what's going on there. That kind of fell off the board there, but there's a 0 there. 6 plus 9 is 15, regroup. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 7 is 14, regroup. So we have 3,450. And the same thing, I'm not going to do one right now, but mainly in 4th grade, they're going to see double digit by double digit. On some of the diagnostics, they may sneak in, and if they were to make a problem of, say, 4 digits, we would do it the same way. We would then just add another box. We did not do triple digit by triple digit in 4th grade. They will start seeing that in 5th grade. But the area model is a real good way just to see that problem, break these big, intimidating multiplication problems down into that smaller form. So for math this week, I'm going to assign a lesson on double-digit area model. Excuse me. I'm also going to do some exit tickets throughout the week. I'm going to kind of stay here because this is such a heavy concept in 4th and 5th grade, is knowing how to do these multiplication problems. So you're going to have a assigned lesson in iReady doing your double-digit multiplication. You're going to have some exit tickets from me, and then you're going to work on your path this week in math. I'll let you know each day during our math meeting when you have one of my teacher-created exit tickets to work on. So also we'll talk about device is low on disk space. Too many videos. We're gonna have to start erasing some of these videos apparently. But watch this video if you need any help on remembering how to do the area model. Always, you know, Mr. Robbins and Miss Robbins is here after we have our morning meeting. I'm always, what we say, live. A lot of you take advantage of that. You come in, you jump in, you say, hey, I have a question about this. I take it off the board, we do a few problems together, and you're off. No problem at all. So I'll be here after our morning meeting if anybody has any questions about the area model. And we're going to talk about our science today and signing the digital lesson in the HMH. But from here on out, it's just going to be reviewing and getting ready for 5th grade. So I'll see you live here, and I don't even know what time it is, in about 25 minutes. Bye.